Oh, oh, oh. Something about reverb that you just really, really love on your recordings. So, hey, this is just a norm. And I had to go live today because, well, I didn't do it in the last 2 weeks. So I'm trying to keep up with a schedule, and sometimes I don't do it. So I apologize if you're one and you happen to try to tune in last week and you were like, dude, this thing he's not live. He's not going live at all. So I'm doing it today. And today is just about Cakewalk by Bandlab. So I guess I'll go turn this reverb off now. All right, so Cakewalk by Bandlab, and this is open for everyone. Anyone that wants to look at what I'm doing or anyone that has questions about Cakewalk, feel free to come in the room. Today is kind of unscheduled, unorthodox. I don't really have anything planned. I know that's probably bad. Let me check my signal, make sure I'm getting a signal first. Feel free to come in the room. Today is kind of unscheduled, unorthodox. I don't really have anything planned. Yep, okay. All right, I hear that. All right, cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, let's just talk about a little bit about what's going on. So it's Monday. You know, we have a total eclipse coming up, April the 8th. So that's Monday. So I'm most likely probably going to stream for that. Happen to be out of work that day. That's going to be awesome. Who's going to do that? Who's going to check out that extravagant event? And I think the last one that we had, eclipse that we had, was back in 2017. So it's been a little while. And I believe another total eclipse will not occur for another 20 years or so. So that's kind of crazy. So who's going to do it? Like, who's going to go out and get the glasses and really observe it? Or will you just be in work, you know, and maybe you might miss the event. I'm not quite sure, but you let me know. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being off. I'm always looking forward to being off, period, anyway. So I'm definitely going to go live that day. All right, well, let's pull up Cakewalk. And, yeah, let's just see what's going on. I might take this time to explore different apps. Or not different apps, but different, what do you call it? Different plugins, all right? Blow this mic a little bit. Yeah, I might take this time to explore different plugins that I don't use. Because sometimes I never know what these plugins are. I was looking at plugins yesterday from the Waves audio bundle, and I was like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. So let's play around with it. Share screen, entire screen, screen one, right? Is that right? Also share system audio. I don't think I need to share that though. We should be good. Okay. And if you happen to get in the room, you know, just let me know you're here. Send a message or so. Let's bring up a little messages here so you can connect with me if you need to connect with me. So let's see what we got here. Let's just create an audio track, and I just want to play around with plugins today. See what the heck these plugins are. And then actually I probably need to go through and get rid of plugins that I don't really need. Because sometimes you'll have a bunch of plugins and some of the plugins may not even work. So I might need to disable them. Maybe I should write them down. But I don't know. We'll get to that. My brain is just all over the place right now. All right, I guess I'll hide this because I don't want to see that on the screen. All right, let's do, we got you might hear some noise in the background. I got my kids here, and they're playing stuff on their phones. TV is on. Okay, somebody's got music on or something like that. Hopefully it doesn't come through on this recording. Turn this down some. Okay. All right, we got let's see. Let's start with what's on vocals. So we got this Butch Vig vocals mono. Let me see if any of this pulls up. See if it pulls up at all. And what it's like and what it's gonna do. Ooh, that's very interesting. Okay. All right. Does it expand? Probably not. Yeah. Now the new Cakewalk sonar, you all. It's gonna be able to. I'll be able to expand that. So that's gonna be one cool thing. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, that does add some air. Let's just go ahead and sing something. Then we'll play around some effects. I don't want this on. Okay, let's turn it off. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Yeah. All right, so first things first. Well, let's go ahead and save this anyway. Well, let's just say this is live stream. Shoot, I don't know. April 1st, 2024. How many of you all got pranked today for April Fools? Let me know in the comments if you did or not. And if you, at any time you've seen these plugins that you've never seen before, don't feel bad because most of them I've never seen before either. Okay. Oh, okay. CMFL. We're just watching your videos early today. I'm really trying to learn how to record myself. Love your vids. If you could do more stuff about recording rap, I'd love it. Man, shoot, I'd love to do more stuff about recording rap. You know, just gotta, y'all gotta send me some stuff, so that way I can talk about it. I got a little flow, but I'm not a flower like that. I be trying to flow. Sometimes I come up with some little corny stuff, but I really do need to do more stuff on rap. I do have some videos that are on rap though. I have one. Oh my God. You know what? I need to do a reaction video to the worst videos that I've made on this channel. And you all will probably agree. But one of the videos that I made, and it was 1 hour and 37 minutes long, was how to mix rap vocals. And I think I've made 2 videos about that. And that first one I made, that was horrible. That was horrible. I might even play some of that later on. When I think about rap vocals, so I think about rap vocals the same way I think about any other type of vocal, right? So it just depends on what you're going for. Back in the day, and I can't really say back in the day because this still happens now, it was all about the overdub. Like, it was all about layering, your background vocals, to make it pop more. So like you would have your main rap part, but then you would have the stacks. You would have, where you tried to match the exact tone, the exact rhythm, everything to make it sound more fat and full. And that was before they came out with all of these fancy new plugins that kind of allow you to get that even without doing it. So now today in the rap music, the rap vocals are treated more just like a lead vocal would be in an R&B or a pop record or a rock record. It's, it's a lot of compression, but it just depends too, because if you're going for that dirty sound, like, like old school New York style, most of them you wouldn't have so much compression. It would be, like I said, more of that layering. But if you was going for, more contemporary style, like your, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some rappers that I wish like there wasn't copyright issues, Because if it was copyright, if there was no copyright issues on YouTube, then I'd be able to kind of show you. Sorry, my desk is falling. I'd be able to show you exactly what I mean by, different type of vocals. CMFL, you said, my main problem is when I use plugins and try to record, I hear static, but not constant in and out. If you're hearing static, James, what's up? I'm sorry, man. I saw you. I want to acknowledge you. I apologize for not speaking quicker. But when you are dealing with, I guess I do this. I kind of like this from Memphis also. So I'll typo here and there. Oh, it's all good, man. Ain't nobody tripping off no typos, man. Shoot. A typo, it means nothing right now. Shoot, I understand what you're trying to say. So you cool. I do typos all the time. Shoot, I'll be like, oops, I spelled that wrong. Sometimes I want to go back and edit it. But, wow, where's my brain at? Yeah, so plugins, if you're noticing that you're getting static, I can kind of show you this. Most of the time, it's memory, right? You can't really see it here. So let me, let's go back here. So at this top, there's a performance section. And I really pay attention to this. Now, it doesn't mean, let me see, resize performance, do large. Can it get bigger? Okay. Size performance module. Auto. Resize. Collapsed. Okay. Messing around with stuff. All right. Anyway, let's put this back up there. I was trying to see if I can move this out by itself. Guess not. Anyway, so there's a performance section up here, and this performance section, it lets you know exactly like where your hard drive is. So you can see my hard drive. I have multiple hard drives in my system, but this is my main C drive, which has my operating system too as well on it. And you can see that it's at 93% used, so there's 30 gigs left. Having space makes a big difference too as well, like making sure you have enough availability for your disk to move freely. So think of like memory and space. If you don't have a lot of space, you don't have a lot of memory. Sometimes it causes issues with Cakewalk. Right now I'm using, boy, I hope y'all don't hear all that TV noise in the background. I'm like, okay, I can hear it. But the SysTree memory usage is 17.9 gigs, 79%. So I'm not using all of my memory, but there's a bunch of things that's probably running memory, right? Cakewalk is running a lot of memory. Multiple apps that you may have open, like I got Splice open, I've got Microsoft Edge, I got Google Chrome. Sometimes you can close those down, but for some reason they might still be open. So it's always good to try. Now I'm not going to close Chrome because I'm using it right now. But it's always good to try to close that stuff down just in case, because it does affect when you get into Cakewalk. Next thing that would cause static like that could be the sample rate. Sample rate is one, but what I mean by sample rate is that if you're doing 48 kilohertz for your sample rate and, for some reason your project is, your interface set to 44, sometimes that may cause issues. But most of the times, if they're not set the same, you won't have to worry about it anyway because they won't play anyway. Nothing will play. You just really get issues. I always try to go in here. Let me slide this over some more so you can see it. But I always try to go in here and adjust the playback and recording first under preferences, and you want to make sure that it's set to the best driver that you can have it set to. If you're using internal sound card or your internal card, which is in your laptop, most of you all use laptops. I love using a desktop for me because when I'm at home, this is what I love to use. But I do have laptops, but I just don't really use them that much. When I'm on the go, then I use it. Okay, CMFA, you say you have no interface. Okay. Yeah, when you have no interface, then you want to make sure that it's set to Wasapi. All right. All right. WASAPI. And exclusive is if you only want it to be used for Cakewalk. So if you put it on Wasapi exclusive, I'm just letting you know that you might go to YouTube, you might go to some of your other software, and they may not get sound. And that's because Cakewalk is the only one that can use that particular sound device. Wasapi Shared is what you really need to have it on. And even though Wasapi Shared is the best one, I didn't mean to click on that. I didn't mean to click on it. I hope that's not going to mess everything up. But even though Wasapi Shared is the best thing, sometimes there may be latency with it. Cancel that. I don't want to do any of that. So there may be some latency, but I advise you if you can. You know, I'm not saying that you have to. I'm glad that this is helping, man, because like I said, when I get on here sometimes I'm just here. So, but I'm glad it's helping somebody. If you get a chance to get an interface, I'll put it like that. If you get a chance to get an interface, definitely get one. It will save your life, literally, because having an interface is just going to allow you some more, more capabilities, especially when you get, even if you're using a cheap interface, $50, $60, $75, $100 or so, it's just going to allow you to, for one, record more tracks simultaneously. Like on this, this is a mixer, so can't really see it. Well, you can't see it kind of to the side. You was able to see it earlier. Let's put this on full screen, then you can see what I mean. Let's turn that off. So you can see this mixer here. This is a Zoom, and I don't remember how much this is. 200, 300, I don't know what it is. I can't remember. I don't buy a lot of stuff, right? So I don't have a lot of gear. I'm not one of those gear junkies that buys a whole lot of gear. I'm a musician more so than anything. So, yeah, I got 4 or 5 keyboards. Got a bass, guitars and stuff like that, some drums and stuff because I'm always performing and I need that stuff. But I have 3 interfaces that I can use, all right? I've got my Scarlett, which is right here. You can't really see it. Got this little lamp right here. If I cut it off, you can kind of tell the difference. But this little cheap lamp is sitting on top of my Scarlett. And my Scarlett is sitting on top of some cheap monitor reference speakers that someone gave to me. My PE teacher, not PE, but my percussion teacher gave it to me probably, 8, 9, 10 years ago now. And I've been using those. They still work. They're not the best. I use headphones a lot. What's up, X.E.L.O? Okay, I had to put a little twist on that one, man. What's going on, dude? So I've got this interface here, this Zoom. It's a mixer, right? It's a mixer. It's mainly made for podcasts and stuff like that. It's got the little sound pads and stuff on that. So when you have an interface like this, you can record. I can record a whole drum set, into Cakewalk or whatever DAW you're using. I can have one mic here, one mic there, one mic there, one mic there, one mic there. So it takes 6 XLR/RTS, RTS combos. And then I've got 2 extra inputs. So I can record basically a whole band on this mixer, which is cool. I can record it into Cakewalk, or I can record it directly onto here because this takes an SD card. You can record on this. I really love Zoom. I've been a Zoom advocate for a long time because I have, the Zoom R16. I got that up there too. So actually, I'm sorry, I got 4 interfaces I can use. I used to use that one. This one works pretty good. It goes up to 96 kilohertz. So that's as high definition as much as I would need here. Of course, I'll normally record in 48, 24-bit if I can. In this case, this project, I'm in 16-bit. So it's not important that you have an interface, but if you have one, it does save the issues that may occur when you're dealing with the sound that's inside your computer. But like I said, if you're going to use a sound in computer, use Wasapi. It should make everything better. And then also you want to make sure that I'm always saying this. Make sure that buffer size is adjusted, right? You can adjust it in ASIO panel. Like here, right now I got it on 2,144 samples, which is basically right in the middle. So that's not fast and it's not slow. I put it up that high because I was working with a song that had a whole lot of plugins on it. And when I was working with it, I was like, Dad, it's got a lot of plugins in it. And I started to hear like static noise, or you I don't know if you ever had this before, but let me see. I might even pull up a project, see if I can actually show you what I mean. It's when you get ready to press play and for some reason your signal meter just peaks out like red, and you might hear it, noise like that. And no matter what, like you can try to reset the audio engine. If you don't know how to do that, that's up here on the play button. Playback control. So what would be ranges of buffer sizes? So depending on what you're using. So if you weren't using this ASIO panel, because you're not using ASIO, right here you got buffer size. This is grayed out, right? It says fast, it says safe. I always say rule of thumb, when you're recording, try to get that as close to fast as possible. That's going to help your latency. So if you can get it all the way to fast, cool, and you notice that you're able to record and you're not having any issues, great. Keep it there. When you get to mixing, when you get to adding effects and all that fancy plugins and stuff like that, that's when you want to move it more to safe. And I do it like this. Sometimes I do, but for the most times I do. I'm sorry, you're not even looking at my screen. My bad. Let's do. Well, at least you was looking at me, so let's do it. I'm sorry. Somebody's like, damn, man, what are we looking at? All right, let me turn this back on. There we go. All right, so what I mean is, can I zoom on this? Okay. Where did they? I pressed the wrong button. There it is. Okay. I'm like, where's my magnifier at? Oh, you said, are there any new? Wow, this is really big. Okay. James, you said, are there any new plugins from Waves? Man, you know what? There are new plugins in 2024. I don't even know what they are. I couldn't even tell you. That's how far behind I am. You are, when I literally go in here, how some people just like, oh man, you got this plugin. I am not that type of person. I'm a person that says, cool, I got 5 plugins. Out of 250 plugins that I have, I use 5 of them. and that's why I'm kind of going to start going through some other plugins while we're on the live so we can check them out and see what they do. But anyway, yeah, so I'll find out if there's new plugins that are out, but I'm pretty sure there are some new ones in 2024. So to answer your question, CMFL, so hopefully this helps with zooming in some. So this buffer size right here, mixing latency, when it's set to fast, right now it's grayed out, but when it's set to fast, that really allows you to get the best latency possible. But it can also be taxing on your memory and your computer. So what's the idea of memory for Cakewalk or any DAW? Normally, they suggest 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, of course, that's probably, I don't know what you're using now. But DDR4, I think is what I have in mind. They got DDR4, DDR5 is out, I think, if I'm correct. So whatever memory that you use, if it's memory that's came out within the last 4 or 5 years, then you should be good. But at least 8 gigabytes. And most laptops have at least 8 gigabytes. Nowadays anyway. 16 gigabytes is preferred, it's recommended, but and if you can go higher than that, that's great. You got 32 gigs, great. I only have 16 gigs in mine. I don't know when I'm going to upgrade. I need to upgrade, but that's part of the thing of this. I mean, I built this system myself because I started building computer systems when I was like 16, actually earlier than that, like 13 years old. Me and my dad we had our own little small business where we would go, you know, we would do troubleshooting for computers and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's how I got into this stuff. So 16 gigabytes of RAM is really where you want to be. And of course, you're dealing with anything with space, videos, audio, anything, I would suggest have at least a terabyte. And if you have multiple drives, you know, maybe a 250 SSD, 500 SSD, or a terabyte SSD, those are cool. SSD is the way to go right now. 1660 Super 5. Okay, 500 watts power. Cool. 500 watts for power is decent. You know, you might want to upgrade your power later on, though. If you're a person that does games at all, you need some power, basically. So, but anyway, whatever system you have, it should work. Make sure this buffer size is set to close to fast when you're recording. Now, when I record, I'm not tripping off all those effects. You know how some people like to add compression on ahead of it, ahead of the signal, you know, whatever. When I record, I typically record dry. If you want to hear effects while you're recording, then you can create another track, apply the effects to that track. You can basically turn the input echo on for that track just so you can hear it. Or you can, you know, do a few different ways, other ways. But I'm not really interested in hearing the effects until after, you know, because that's when you can really play around with it. It's kind of like when you're in creative mode. Sometimes the effects come with being creative. Like you can say, hey, oh, let me try this effect. And, oh, man, that made it sound a certain way. I really like that. You know, that's cool. But if you're just recording the song, especially doing rap, you just doing rap, you laying your vocals down. Nobody's tripping off of, you know, oh, let's put some reverb and tape delay on there right now. Do that stuff in post-production. What I mean by that is record all of your tracks first. Then when you get back here, if you notice that you start to have a lot of issues or glitching or, you know, audio dropouts and stuff like that, of course, check your drivers. Make sure you got the latest drivers. Make sure you have the latest Cakewalk. And then come back here, check that buffer size. Make sure that buffer size is set to more safe. Now, the more safe you set it, the later the latency is going to be. And it'll tell you, you know, the milliseconds, you know, or how many samples it is. So then, of course, once you do that, press apply and then OK. And then that should be good for that. Yeah. But now, someone asked a question about ASIO for All. ASIO for All is another device that allows you to basically use your internal sound card, which normally uses Wasapi or WDM. You can actually use ASIO in Cakewalk or whatever DAW you're using via using this plug, ASIO for All. ASIO for All does not really work well. In fact, when you install it, it tells you it does not work well with Cakewalk. It tells you right in the beginning. So, but if you're still trying to use it, I mean, you can try it, but it's not quite as effective. You know, you want to use the Wasapi. Sorry, I need to get some water badly. So, effect after okay. I just used to hearing auto tune while recording. No, but that's okay. You can use. I mean, you can use auto tune if you got it on there while you record it. That's fine. I mean, it's just that I'm not saying you can't do that. Some plugins use more memory than others. Okay, most of the plugins that come natured with Cakewalk, the stock plugins. Hey, y'all loud. Sorry, I got kids over there. So most of the plugins that come with Cakewalk are stock plugins. Those tend to, they might not take up as much memory resources. Some companies make plugins that really are heavy on your PC. So, which means that if you get the plugin and once you get it on there, you might have time to just adjust it real quick, and then you might have to print it or you have to write it. What we mean by printing is that basically you're recording the effects directly to the audio. Trying to figure out Octane. Okay.
Can I get up the tablet?
Yeah. Go ahead. So I hope that helped. I'm looking at this Butch plugin. All right. I recorded something. I don't know what it sounds like. All right. Let's use the, of course, this is, This is not no rap vocals or anything. I'm just doing some oohs and ahs. Just kind of zooming in on this plugin because this plugin is very tiny. So let's press play again. Can we do a loop? So I don't even know where it started at. I'm trying to remember where it started at. Okay, I think it's like somewhere around here. Let's just do that. Set loop points. There we go. Let's try from there. Yeah. So when I'm looking at this, I mean, there's sensitivity, input, gain reduction. These out. So that's depending on what signal you want to see. Yeah. It's the input level. Okay, it's on 0 right now. You got the output. Okay, that turns it down. That's weird. It's backwards. On this side, if you go down, it turns it down. On this side, well, no, I guess it is. Okay, I got you. It goes to the right when you turn up. You got a low cut. See, you got a frequency range of where you can take that out. 70, 670, 6. So this is really good if you want to do like a high pass filter. Yeah. If I want to take all that low end out. But I can also add lows. Or take it all the way out. Yeah. Got the presence. Think of presence like high mids, between like I want to say like 1.3K and like 4K, basically that range. We call it intelligence section, where you can kind of really hear the clarity of what I'm doing. It sounds a little bit more muddy when I add it. I mean, when I take it out rather, and then when I add it, you can hear more clarity. And then the air is like the hiss, just you can hear it more. This is really good for like whispering. So like when I'm thinking about whispering, like, if I was like, hey, sometimes in life, stuff like that. Or you hear when people are sing, they sing very directly, and it's just, it's just a perfect, even in rap, like, when you see, my words are all over the place. When you see it, when you hear a vocal that's just like right here, but it's so like subtle and quiet, but it's so articulate. It's like you just hear every nuance and every breath. I love vocals like that. And where you don't have to add any effects. Like sometimes you don't have to add, it's still effects, but you don't have to add reverb or delay or chorus or anything like that. I just like that. I can play it again. Then we got a Quessa. It's kind of hard to do this when I'm trying to do the zoom in. But yeah, you got a high cut. Yeah. Can give you more telephone effect. All right, and then what else we got? We got saturation on here. Okay, so we got a high cut here. We got a high cut here. Wow, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff on here. Saturation. We got 2 saturation. Okay. Oh yeah, I love the distortion, baby. Get that distortion. Yeah. Of course, you can dial that back. Oh, that's dope. I like it. Okay, so I guess this is high cut for the saturation, maybe. Got a solid state. Oh, is that the same thing I just got through adjusting? I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah. Okay, so that was a tube. Okay, got you. Okay, that was a tube. Okay, solid state is underneath. My bad. Didn't I just adjust that? That's weird how that makes that sound. Yeah. And then we got a low cut down here. I guess it's for the saturation too as well. Yeah. And then we got focus. Okay, how does the focus work? You click on it. Okay, yeah. Just click it. Okay, I can hear subtle differences. And of course, oh yeah, you need a de-esser. De-esser. Yeah. Compression. Okay, all right. This is a dope little plug-in. Butch vocals mono, and then it comes in mono and stereo. There's presets in here. Of course, I'm not even gonna worry about dealing with them. I've never used this plugin before. You're probably gonna be like, dude, you never use it? I'm like, no, I have not. I've never used it before in my life. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that. So I'm looking up plugins that are under this is all waves, but I'm looking, they're under the vocals section. Okay. So that's Butch Vig vocals. Of course, I know the CLA. I love the CLA crazy, but the breath mono. What the heck is this? And I'm also trying to look through these, trying to figure out which plugins do I and don't I have, because sometimes I have the basic subscription for Waves, and it's crazy because when I signed up for it, I mean, I probably went like a whole 6, 7, 8 months before I even used a single plugin from it. Let me see, what does this do? Yeah. Deep breath. Okay. Okay. Monitor the breath. Okay. All right. Fade in. Okay. It's kind of acting like a gate, basically. So it feels like a gate. Room time. In the same way that a de-esser would work, where it allows you to kind of monitor the whole entire thing, or just the breath itself. Like in a de-esser, you can monitor just the S's, like the part that have those consonants that you speak. Does this have presets too as well? No presets. Okay. And yeah, so it's just a simple like deep breath. It's called deep breath, but I think of it more like a gate, which is always good to do sometimes, especially when you're in a room that has a lot of noise like I am. I mean, normally when I'm recording stuff, it's normally everybody's gone to sleep. But sometimes you think to yourself, like, will you always have that perfect condition? Will you always be able to record in a quiet environment? No, that's why they came up with all these different plugins. And one of the plugins that I really use a lot, and not just on singing or anything, but it's under restoration. All right, I have mine's categories by types. So, but if you want to, you can do plugin layouts. I know you can't really see that, but I'm not going to zoom in right now. But you can do plugin layouts, and then you can do sort by category, sort by manufacturer, or sort by type. All right, so sometimes I'll sort by manufacturer when I'm trying to look for Cakewalk plugins, because sometimes they get lost, especially when you got all these plugins on here. But so right now, vocals, we did that. We got the deep breath. The E Kramer VC mono stereo. All right, let's listen to that. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay, it's another one that I have access to. All right, I got to put it about right there. Okay, of course, it doesn't zoom in again. All right. Now, this one is smaller, so since it's smaller, I should be able to zoom in again on it, and this time you can really see the knobs. So, Eddie Kramer collection. Of course, we got nope, we're not okay. No presets real at all. Okay, hold on. Maybe there's some here. Oh, okay. So maybe you can download some presets, or you can always create your own preset. Here's FX, delay mix, verb mix. All right, vocals, meter in, meter out. All right, so we got output compression, we got bass and treble, and sensitivity, and we got two buttons for vocals. So I guess it's like different effects. Let's hear what it sounds like. Like, do I have to adjust anything? Let's see. Oh my God, it's loud.
Yeah.
Well, not really loud. It just felt really loud. Sensitivity. Okay, vocals 2.
Yeah.
Verb mix. Tell it definitely made it longer, and then also.
Yeah.
So this, I noticed this is grayed out on this. Let me see. Okay, now I got delay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can adjust the timing on it. I see. Okay, of course, trying to mix up.
Yeah.
More delay is added. Turn it down some, then. That's actually pretty.
Yeah.
Compression.
Yeah.
Got more treble. Turn the bass up. Okay. All right. I like it. I like the plugin too as well. It's very simple, very subtle. What do you all think? What do you all think about that plugin? Okay. Some of y'all still in here. I mean, I know it says 6 people are in the live stream, but you know, I don't know if y'all was still here or not. It's like everybody's quiet. Okay. So what do you all think about it? Has anyone seen that plugin before? E. Kramer. Never seen it. Never seen it. Vocals. Okay. GW voice centric mono. I got a feeling one of these is not gonna work. I don't know which one it is, but I know maybe at least one of them might work. This is the mono. Let's see. Yep. Okay, it's got the demo. So this is what, when you know it doesn't work, it's got that little symbol saying, hey, you need to activate this. I don't even try to use them if they're like that. I need to go ahead and probably put that one to the side. But let me see if any of the other ones work. Like voice centric mono / stereo. Nope, same thing. So probably this whole entire plugin doesn't work unless you have that full version. Okay, JJP vocals. I think this one is another one that doesn't work, if I'm correct. Yep. Thought, oh, but that's nice though. Yep.
Yeah.
So when you use like the ones with demo, sometimes it'll end up muting the sound. So it's a good idea not to use them. Yeah, it's a good idea to not use them. Not that you really have to, because there's a bunch of plugins that you could use. Let's see. Oh, guess what I use? I use a vocal rider. Now, remember when this plugin came out, I used a vocal rider on a song. What was that? Yeah, because, that's what it was. Me and my daughter recorded High School Musical, the series. No, High School Musical, the musical, the series. It's a TV show, came out, and me and my daughter would always watch it. So we wanted to do, like, she wanted to do a song with me, so I decided to, record that song. So we did that song, and I had to bring it into Cakewalk. We just used this one mic, and, she was here, and I was there, and we recorded it, and I used a vocal rider on that to kind of help, because sometimes, since I was like right here near the mic, you heard me really good, because I project, and she was singing softer, but and for some reason I couldn't hear her as well. So rather than me trying to go through and trying to really nudge down where, so I just used the vocal rider, and the vocal rider kind of keeps everything consistent. It'll bring the fader down and up or whatever. So yeah, Maserati VX mono stereo. Let's see what this one's about. Another demo, but looks nice though. This Maserati is bad though. Yeah, Tony Maserati. I am familiar with this plugin, but I just don't have it. So I might upgrade to the full Waves thing one time. But like I said, there's so many plugins, I never get a chance to really use them. Now this vocal doubler, who is this by? Okay, this is by Isotope, right? This Isotope? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the vocal doubler. I downloaded. This is free, so you could download this, I think. But yeah, I believe it's free. I hope it's free. Okay, I was going to take you to the website. Yeah, okay. Isotope. Let's hear what that sounds like with the vocal doubler on it.
Yeah.
Okay, get more separation. Variation.
Yeah.
No presets on this either. Okay, it's a good way to add some extra saturation, or just really make your vocal pop more. Yeah, you can use that too as well. I like it. I likes it. Very simple plugin to use. I love simple plugins because then you don't have to worry about it. So we got the vocal rider, live, mono, live, stereo. I don't know what the difference is between these. Really? The vocal rider. I use a regular vocal rider, but this is the vocal rider live. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just put it on.
Yeah.
So you can see how it's really moving up and down. And it's all based off your range and like your threshold where you want everything to be. There's a music part and there's a vocal part. You can do it fast, you can do it slow. There's a spiel part. Very intuitive. I mean, it just, you just put it on and it already starts to work and you can kind of hear the difference. It's basically just automating, just kind of you can do the same thing yourself with the faders, automate the faders, bring the faders up and down or turn pan and up and down to get that to sit where you need it to sit. That's better sometimes if you don't want to have your compression to do a lot of work. Trying to get to the point where, like deciding how much compression is really needed. Sometimes I listen to, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into my mic. Sometimes I listen to songs and you can tell like when someone's used a whole lot of compression. And I mean, sometimes it sounds really good, but then certain songs you feel like you don't really need that much compression for. So like normally slow song ballads and stuff, you may not use as much compression. But it just depends on what your tastes are and what you're looking for. Let's see. We got an analyzer, got a channel strip. I do like, let's see, delay. Have I done? Okay, I've used the Ace delay. Love the Ace delay, Manny M delay. I got a feeling I don't have this one, Manny M delay. Let's click on it and see if I don't have it. Got a feeling I don't have it. Yep, so it's demo version. When you install all these plugins, it asks you to do everything, and I don't. You have to go through and I'll probably go through and uncheck them so that way I won't have all these plugins that I don't actually have access to. Super tap, 2 taps mono. I think I used one of these. Yeah, I think it's this one. And this reminds me of like the old customized standard Waves plugins, like how they used to look back in the day. It's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Spring reverb. PA default.
Yeah.
Dave Pensada got his tap 8th notes. Slap Elvis. Okay. Very, it works. I love plugins when you have those different type of presets, so that definitely helps. I don't know, what am I doing now? All right, that's enough for vocal stuff. Anybody got any questions about anything? I feel like I'm just here, and I know you're in the room, so if you have any questions to put about anything that you don't understand, anything that I was doing so far, let me know. I was just thinking about like beat making. I was thinking about beat making, and I was thinking about how seems like it's so easy for some to just come up with beats and just, put them out to the world. I find it difficult it's easy for me to produce, but I just find it difficult to, just to get something real simple out. I'm a complicated person. I like complicated things, and sometimes it's hard to just put something simple. Like some of you all can just easily just take a little sample from a sample pack from Splice or something like that, and put something together real quick. Sometimes I have a hard time doing that, so I'm trying to get better at it, because I feel like if you're a songwriter, like, it's easy to write songs. If you're a producer, it's easy to produce. When you're trying to produce and write a song, and put the song together by yourself, sometimes you feel like you get stuck, because think about artists. Like most artists, they work with multiple producers, or some of them may produce their own music, but they, somebody might send, they might get 100 beats come in, and they'd be like, oh, yeah, Lil Jon did this, or, Timbaland did this, or whoever did this, or whatever. And then they could just sort through and be like, oh, yeah, that beat is dope. Yeah, let's do that. And then they just put something on, and that's it. The song could be written and recorded within, like, less than an hour. Whereas I'm up here, like, trying to figure out a piano part, like, oh, what chord do I want to put here and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get into the mood of doing things simpler, but it always doesn't work out like that. What are you all's process for, producing? Oh, I should make that a question. All right. What is your process for making beats or producing in Cakewalk? Yeah, let's do that. Add. Anything else? So, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Can I move this question somewhere else? I wish you could drag it around. All right. Well, the time is 9:26. My intention was to every Monday, almost every Monday, I'll put it like that. Every Monday was to go live at 8:30 and to go live for at least 1 hour. So this is what I've done today. Yeah. Still working on the album, you all. How many of you all put out music? You can always comment if you put out some music, or maybe you're still working on music. I'm working, you know. So I've got like a whole list of songs that I know are either finished or need to be finished. Let me see. Let me pull up this list real quick. Yeah, okay. So I got four albums. Four albums that I have that I really should have been releasing at least one of them by now. So I've got one album. You may not know, but I do have music out now. James, keep doing it, man. Just keep doing it. So just keep working on it. And I'm telling you all, once you get the first single out or the first song released, you're gonna find that the other ones are gonna just pop out a lot quicker because you've been like, I've already went through the process. I already know, how to mix it, how to get it mastered yourself, or get it mastered, and I've already released it. So it'll be so much easier once you get one taken care of. But don't be like me and don't sleep on music for 15 or 20 years before you decide to put it out. Definitely try to put it out. So I've got one album. I'm looking at my phone here in case you're wondering what the heck I'm looking at. So I came out, originally as a gospel artist. I'm really, gospel semi R&B artist. But I've written some of all kind of music basically. Man, I'm saying a lot today. Let me get rid of this. So for this first album, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 4 of the songs. So the first album is called Stronger. And I have a song named Stronger, which was released on my first EP. You can find it under Just a Norm. Normality, then and now is what it's called. The album is called Normality. And I have 4 songs. So the first album should be 9 songs, okay? Keep it short. Even though I could add more to that. And that album is Stronger. So then I have another album that's Celebrations. Now, Celebrations album is all the songs. Like, I'm really big on writing songs for special occasions. So I have my surprise song, which is a song that you can sing to someone for their birthday, which is already out. And then I have my 10-year anniversary, which is a song I wrote actually right after I got this Nectar. What's the name of this thing again? Nectar Impact LX25. When I got this controller, I was like, I got to make a song off of it with this, and that was it. So 10-year anniversary was a song I produced in Cakewalk, and it's like a R&B, kind of like one of those like Lil Bow Wow / Omarion type of mashups, basically, where you got somebody singing and then you got somebody rapping too as well. So I wrote that for my wife because we were celebrating our 10-year anniversary. That's My Dad is my kind of like social aware, not social aware, but political aware tribute to the men, or Father's Day, basically. That's called That's My Dad. And then Mama You So Cool came out before that. Both of these songs came out in 2020 when COVID was going on. Everybody was at home. So Mama You So Cool is my anthem to mothers. It's a good song to, really uplift mothers and share, how much I love and appreciate the mothers that are in my life and mothers that are just pretty much everywhere. Then I have my wedding song, which is actually my wedding vows, which was a song I wrote when I got married, which originally was my vows, but became my 7-year anniversary song. So that's called the wedding song. And then I started the Christmas song last year. Was that last year? Yeah, last year, December. Yeah, last December that I started writing. So it's probably going to be like 10 or 11 songs on that. Man, my eyes are bothering me now. Sorry if you see me rubbing my eyes. And then I have an album that's called Normal Tendencies. Normal Tendencies is kind of a mix between R&B, pop, some funk, and some like instrumental music too as well. My song "Normal Tendencies" is an instrumental tune that I wrote. Actually, like I don't know, probably 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, when I was at a rehearsal. It just came to me, and then I was practicing on it while I was there, and then I went home and started putting it together. And I got a chance to perform this one time for a concert that I did for my it was kind of like my CD release party, but it wasn't really a CD release, but just an upcoming CD release party. And I did it, and the song is phenomenal, but it needs more work, it needs more practice. It is a very tough song because it does key changes and also does metric modulation, which means that the pulse the tempo could be right here, but it can be perceived as if it's in a different tempo or a different feel. Changes time signatures too as well a lot. So it's a tough tune, but really funky. I really love the song. And then I've got my Just the Norm song, which is on there. You've all heard that before if you an OG Just the Norm fan. If that's such a thing. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers, you all, so I just had to think about that. It's the intro that I used to play in all of my videos, like just a norm, whatever. Anyway, that's my little motto thing that I put together. Then got Just a Groove, which is another instrumental song. My Super World song, which you got a chance to see me produce and record, right? Mixing everything here in Cakewalk. If you saw that, Super World, that is already a song that's already out. And my song Rain, which is not my song, but it's a cover of SWV's Rain, which is my a cappella version of it. I have that out as well. So those are songs that are already out, but they're all going to be on this group. I mean, on that album. Then I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, sorry, there's one more song that's on there. The Only One for Me. So that's already out too as well. So I got like 5 other songs that I like really started working on. I haven't finished them. They're there. Like this is one of them right here. It's called Octagroove. I don't know if you all heard that before. Play around with it. Now this one might be one that I was talking about earlier that might act crazy because one of the effects that was on here was causing issues. But anyway, if I pull it up, I'll let you hear some of it. But you heard it before because I used it on some of my other videos. And yeah, what else we got? So, and then I got my Cakewalk suites. So I want to put together an album with songs, unfinished or not, that feature all of the little songs that I create when I make these tutorials. I make a lot of tutorials, and most of the tutorials that I make, I always have to create like some new song or some new something for it. So a lot of those things, some cool ideas that came out of them. I may not release them like on actual, like, professional, like, oh, let's mix it down and write a whole bunch of verses and bridge and chorus to it. But I might just put them out the way they are and just put like one album that's probably got 30 some songs on it or whatever. But it'll be just like little projects. So that I've done in Cakewalk. All right, that's enough of me talking. I'm going to play this so far, and this song is Octagroove. And if you remember when I wrote it or when I started writing it, it was because I was in the month of October, and I wanted a song that can be about October, not really dealing with like Halloween or anything like that, but it was just in October, and that's how this song came across. So I call it Octagroove. So, and I hope it plays.
I see you over there looking at me. Girl, don't you hide. The truth you always driving me crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Not trying to spin the game, but just the truth. You're gorgeous, girl. And if you let me buy you a train now, it'll change the world. I'm not like the other guys. Not trying to girl, let's just feel. Feel this octopus. Just really wanna dance with you. While you feel this octopus. Your hand, my hand, let's dance.
Okay, and it just kind of repeats the same thing. But that's all I got so far anyway. But I'm gonna finish this. So I'm really like, I already got like the words and everything done. Like it's gonna start off with singing in one part, then it's gonna go to a rap the next part. So maybe for those that was trying to find out about rap, then maybe I'll save it for that, how to mix that. Bryce Smith. I'm just seeing this. I'm so sorry. I just recently posted my first single with distribution company to Lost. Company to Lost, and I'm just waiting to make sure that it's going to get posted on the date that I choose. Okay. Bryce, which distribution company are you using, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, and I'm in the middle of redoing my home studio, so I can't really get to the chat. Oh man, it's all good. You ain't gotta get to the chat at all. I understand that. I really appreciate you doing this walkthrough Cakewalk. I jumped in probably about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna end up rewatching it. Well, if you jumped in 15 minutes, you probably didn't miss much. The first 5 or 10 minutes was just probably me just talking about random stuff. The single is posted on Bandlab. Okay, cool. Too Lost. Okay. Oh, is that the name of the song? It's called Too Lost. Oh, with my distribution company. Oh, Too Lost. That's the name of the distribution company, Too Lost. Okay. I think that's what if I'm reading that right. So it's on Bandlab. Okay, cool. Is it under your name, Bryce Smith, or is it under something different? And if it's under Bryce Smith, I can hold on. Man, let's look it up now. Can we look it up now? Let's just look it up. Yeah, let's create another window. Go to the Bandlab. Bandlab feed. Oops, hold on. I think I typed in something wrong. Hold on. All right, there we go. Yeah, is it? I keep bumping into this mic. I'm sorry, y'all. Is it under Bryce Smith? Maybe. I feel like I've never searched for people on here. I got a few Bryce Smith, 3 of them, but I don't know if any of those are you or not. Make sure you let us know the @ symbol or @ sign for it under Sweet James. Okay. Sweet James. Okay. Sweet James. Which one? Sweet James TX. Sweet. Or is it just James @ Sweet James? Or Sweet James TX? You all. Sweet James, Luciano. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Sweet James in here. James Harris. Yeah, let me know the exact thing, man. I love to listen to it. I always love to support. On @ Sweet. There we go. Okay, got you. So let me put that in. It's @ Sweet. All right, is this it right here? Phoenix, Arizona. Hope that's it. Happy. Digits, is that the name of the song? Digits. I did a segment, I've done maybe, I think 2 of them so far, but I did a segment called Pump My Jam, which is supposed to be like just basically going live and listening to you all's music. And not really just a critique. I'm not really here to critique anybody's music. I can't critique anybody's music about anything unless you want me to critique your music. But no, I'm just a person that, appreciates people making original music, period. So yeah, but it was something that we did. I did maybe 2 videos of it. I kind of just gave up on it. I mean, it's so many ideas that I have for the channel, but it's hard to do all of them even like my reaction stuff is like I love reacting, but it's like I can do it every other, like once in a blue moon, basically. Okay, so this is it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments now. So that's it. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna play it here, man, because right now I don't want to deal with copyright. But yeah, but if you wanna, I can share it. Just you now. Can I pin? Can I pin this or something? Put you okay. No, I guess it ain't no pin part. I'll. Dang, how did I get out of here? I can pin that in the comments so that way anybody can listen to. Y'all go. Y'all make sure y'all support. Listen to it and see what it sounds like. Man, that's it. I'm tired, man. I'm so tired. I'm tired. All right, y'all. What can I say? Any other questions? Any further questions? What's on the agenda this week? So we're gonna be doing Thursdays. You know, from now on Thursdays. You know, at 8. No, it's 8 a.m. I'm thinking about switching that. I'm like, I feel like I've got a lot of people that follow like in different countries, and I feel like sometimes when I post late at night, I feel like there's more people that just click right on the video than when I do it early in the morning. But I'm this Thursday, 8 a.m. It's gonna be a new video. I don't know what it's gonna be, so y'all give me a heads up on what it's gonna be. Maybe I need to make another video about how to mix rap vocals or doing rap vocals. Period. Y'all can. I might even do something different, or I might just. I feel like I said I'm getting ready to turn AI like AI. I'll be like, man, AI, man, make me a dope like some dope lyrics like in this style, and see what it come up with. But I'm thinking about doing that, or no, maybe I'll make I'll flow, you know, off of one word, like a 1-word challenge, and then record that. And then talk about how I go about mixing it. Yeah. You let me know. What do y'all think? You know, y'all on here. So, you know, let me know after this video's done. Send me an email, whichever. Email me or comment on something. You know, please do that rap vocals video. That'll help tremendously. Okay. Or maybe that's something that I can do. Now I just got to figure out. It's like, I like writing rap lyrics, but I don't know. It's like I like free flowing. I just like flowing. You know, I got a little flow. You know, now Bryce, don't be joning on me, man. You hear that rap on Thursday? Don't be joning on me like that. You know, throwing the shade, man. Be like, Dad, just know I'm suck. Well, you need to go back to singing. Shoot, you go back to singing, playing, man. Nah, anyway, but yeah. So maybe we'll make a beat for it. Or maybe I'll just get somebody to send a beat. Shoot. Like, let's send a beat and then I can just rap. I might make a beat. I'll make something simple if I can. What kind of beat should I make? Can you show how to add some effect plugins to your bass line on Octagroove? Any recommendations for effects plugins for bass? Oh, something with some stank. Oh, but you know what? Man, if I let you hear what this sounded like before. So on here, I'm using, oh, I'm sorry, this is a new person. I'm sorry, Pavel OMG. Hopefully I'm saying that right. For some reason I thought this was somebody who was already in the chat. I'm like, you said something. That's a good question. Yeah, so like I'm using, hold on, what the heck am I using? I forgot. Where is this bass track at? Shoot. Oh, it's up here. So this is actually Pav. Okay, Pav. All right. Is it Pav or Pave? I don't know, man. I hope I'm saying it right. I hate messing up people's names, especially when I'm live. So now this is a dirty bass, right? This is like one take. Maybe it was 2 or 3 takes. This is my Schecter 5-string bass, and when I recorded it, I could have got a better signal. I could have did a whole bunch of things better. But I don't know. It's like I kind of like it. But this is what it sounds like without. And then when I came up with this bass line, I'm like, I wasn't playing it the cleanest that I could play it. Okay, but I got this TH3 I used on it. If you're not familiar with the TH3, Cakewalk comes with the TH3. It doesn't give you, I don't think this is a full version, but there's plenty of things that you can do. You can, let's zoom out some so you can see everything. Yeah, so I've got my head. I'm using the bass face 59. You can switch heads out. You can switch cabinets out. You can change the placement of the mics. You can add, I'm adding a gate expander on here so I can kind of clear out some of the extra noise that was coming through the bass. Normally when you record bass, it's up to you how you record, but I think I just plug directly into the Zoom. Sometimes it's better to go to a direct box. That Schecter, the way it is, I always get the extra little ground noise. Some basses do that, and sometimes you can cut them out. You can open them up. They say open them up, put aluminum foil in. All this kind of stuff to try to get that signal better. I love the bass. I'm not getting ready to buy no other basses right now because I don't play bass enough to buy basses. I mainly play keys and drums more than anything, but I play bass at church, so that's why I got a bass anyway. But yeah, on here, man, it's like you got fuzz, you got distortion. So yeah, can y'all see all of that? Yeah, you can. Okay, I'll zoom in again for a little bit. Yeah, so you got presets, funk blues, super funk. You can reroute these anywhere you want, anywhere in the chain. You got fuzz, chorus, delay, chorus. I mean, pretty much any effect you can think of, you got it. There's a looper pedal too as well that's on here, so you can go about doing that. And that's what I did on here. But originally, when I started this, I used the SI bass guitar. I'm using a Pick Velocity. That's what I'm using right now. So. And I recorded that first, and then I was like, I should put a live bass on this. But I don't do the live bass on the bridge, so when you put them together, for the verses. Okay, so I kind of think of this TH3 track, the live bass guitar, it's really dull and dark. It's kind of give me more of my bottom end, but the SI bass guitar is kind of give me more of my bite and more of my high end. So that's kind of how I put them together. But and then of course, thanks to Splice, these are, I'm using what am I using? I'm using a Complete Control to sample. These are Linn drums, basically. Most of these are Linn drums. Okay, you might recognize that. This More Stadium Time, Prince, all day long. Pretty much anybody from that era that was doing electronic drum recording. So I really wanted this song to kind of emulate something that might have came out in the 80s, so 80s funk, basically. I'm not using the Linn drums for the cymbals, though. And then keys are just the SI piano, so. And to make things a little funny, because even though I play guitar too as well, I'm not the best lead guitarist. So what I did was to emulate a guitar, I created this lead guitar part, which is really my bass, but I just recorded it at the highest end, that I can go fret wise, and then I pitched it up an octave basically, and got this. And I'm using this guitar. I don't even know where the heck this came from. Oh, this is Waves. Okay, I'm still using this. I forgot I put this on here actually. So you can hear what it sounds like before that's on there. And that's with. So it's a little bit more. Call it more tangy. I don't know. It's like more tangerine-ish, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's more tangy. Hey, what's up, Kavion? How you doing? Man, I'm glad my videos help you out a lot, man. Shoot. Believe it or not, man, the videos help me out a lot too as well. Cause whew, it's crazy when you solo a track and then all of a sudden you take it off a solo and then you be like, dang, that's fat. But you know, anyway. Yeah, so you put them together. You can hear me like making mistakes in it. But, you know, that's one of the characteristics I feel like of sometimes like the recordings, even though you have phenomenal musicians, like sometimes they didn't, like, everything wasn't perfect, you all, you know, understand that. Like, you know, back in the day, they didn't have auto-tune and they didn't have, you know, you couldn't, you know, if you had to record it several takes, you know, if you wanted to splice a tape together, reel together, I mean, that was some really crazy editing. Some people would do it. I mean, I had to learn to do it in school, but I'm like, that stuff is, we don't want to do that. But it's like some of those nuances where it's not quite right, you know, it just, I don't know, it does something. It just makes it feel real. So anyway, but yeah, this is going to be a dope song when I get done with it. I don't know why I'm using the word dope. It's going to be a tight song. It's going to be fire, fierce, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I'm really excited about this one. And I'm excited about another song that I got. I Think You Know It. And it's just like when you see like all the songs starting to come together and then you're like, yeah, man. But then you start thinking like, dang, when am I going to be able to finish the song? That's how I get stuck in that place where I'm like, man, this song is almost there. But it's just that you want the song to be so good. You want it to be perfect, but there's no such thing as perfect. So get perfect out of your mind. I just say I want my next song to be better in one way or another than it was previously. So if this song was really good songwriting, I want the next song to be really good songwriting, but I want the production to be better. Or I want the mix to be better. Or I want the message of the song to be better next time. That's how I think about it, you know. So, but just don't try to get stuck in that perfect bubble. Because, man, perfect bubble will make you end up writing songs. And you'd be like, dang, I wrote this song 25,000 different times because I didn't like the first time. If you want multiple versions of your songs or you want multiple mixes of your songs, just put them all out. Just put out one album that's got one song on it, but it's got 25 different mixes of it or 25 different versions of the same song. People will still like it. That's just the way we are today. All right. Whew, well, it's hot in here too as well. I turned the heat on earlier. It was cold. All right, but anyway, y'all, you know, I'm sorry. I'm a little goofy. Hey, we almost to 4,000 subscribers. I don't know if I said that or not. Do I have anything that talks about subscribing on here? No, I got no. Yeah, we almost at 4,000. So if you, I got to get something that talks about subscribing. I don't know why I don't have nothing on here. Oh, well, this, yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, well, let's turn it off. Oh, well, okay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, you know, share it with somebody, you know, hopefully it helps somebody out. I love doing these tutorials. It's about to get really crazy because Cakewalk sonar is dropping. We got new dolls to cover. I'm getting back into waveform. I mean, man, I'm going to cover a whole lot of stuff. And you know, I'm thinking about it before. Should I make another channel? Like, should I make another channel that's just dedicated to a specific doll? This channel is kind of like mixed. Like, you know, it's got, yeah, of course I do Cakewalk tutorials, and that's probably how most of you all came. But I also did do like vlogging every now and then. And I did make videos, travel videos. And then I did make cover videos, you know, covering songs. And then I made reaction videos and, or should I just keep this channel like that? I really want the channel to grow. I mean, just so it can reach more people. But I'm like, I want it to be more precise and more focused. So I feel like sometimes when I have so many different things on here, I lose focus, and maybe you all lose focus of the channel. And you're like, that last 2 videos he put out, I don't really care for them videos, but this video, yeah, you know, I like it. So anyway, I'm rambling. That's when it's time to go. All right, love you all.